Okay, so we've opened up our box, and now I see I have a little bit of work to do. One, this is all rough and jagged, and you know when our clay gets fired, this will turn sharp like a knife. Also, over here, this seam, I don't know how, but I didn't put a coil in there. So I want to go ahead and put a coil in there. And I can see, as you might be able to see also, there's light coming through. This seam wants to open as my clay is drying. So I'm going to go ahead and put a coil in there by using, I'll just use my paring knife here. Because this clay is hard now, I need to make sure that I score and slip this really well to rehydrate it and help my coil integrate back in there. I'm going to do it a little bit at the top too. So I've got my slip, and I'm just going to paint my slip in there and then come back in and score it again. Because the clay is drying, it's kind of a challenging time. I really want to make sure that my box does not come apart. I've invested a lot of time in it at this point, right? You too. Okay, so I'm going to take some clay and roll out coil and put that in there. And really work that in. I've got to support this from the outside. I could feel that my box is separating. It really wants to come apart, just isn't feeling supported. So I'm going to do that. And I might need to go on the outside and add a little bit of clay too. We'll see how that goes. This is a hard spot to get my wooden trim stick in, but I can do that and smooth this down and make it look really good. Okay, so I'll do that in a little bit, but I did want to show you the outside. So right along here, you can see where it's wanting to separate. So as much as I don't want to do this because I have a drawing there, I'm going to, because I don't want my box to suffer. So I'm going to score it like that and paint on a little bit of slip to help rehydrate it. And then for this, I don't want to put a gigantic coil. I really just need a teeny little bit of clay to help fill that in. So I'm going to just start with a little bit like this. And I'm going to just work it right in so that you don't even see it. It will cover up my underglaze, and that's okay as long as my box will survive, which it will. Okay. So I will work to blend that in. All right, so now what do? Up here, if it's soft enough, you could just use your fingers and gently soften the edges like this. You can also take a slightly damp sponge and make a W, like 1, 2, 3, and put your pointer finger on top and just gently rub it so that it is smooth. If you have a wall that has pushed in, a lot of people, you've chosen this for your bottom, now's your time to press it out. Like this wall is kind of curving in a little bit. I'm just going to take my sponge, supporting it on the outside. I'm just going to gently press it out a little bit. Okay, that should do it. That's good enough, I think. Maybe I can make this look a little nicer. Okay, and I'm going to do that same thing on the top. And now's the time for you to score and slip in your coils. So please make sure that you do that. And I'll see you in the next video where we're going to add a flange.